Hi, my name is Celynn Erasmus. I'm a registered dietitian, a professional speaker, and a corporate wellness consultant. I'm author of Fast Food for Sustained Energy and a regular media columnist. Today I'd like to share some tips on dairy and milk and yogurt in particular, and take a look at dairy alternatives. So should we be crying over spilt milk or not? Do you perhaps remember growing up with your mom giving you a glass of milk and some cookies to make you feel better? Well, dairy is really good and healthy for us. It's a great source of calcium, certain vitamin Bs like riboflavin, but also there's the other side where some people are moving away from dairy. Maybe they have lactose intolerance, or perhaps they don't want to take in dairy products for own personal or health reasons. Whatever your choice might be, if you are choosing to consume dairy, let's take a look at milk and get the skinny lowdown on that. There's different varieties of milk. If we take a look at full cream milk, most full cream milks contain 3 grams of fat per 100 mils. Low fat milk is the same as 2% milk, which means that it contains 2 grams of fat per 100 mils. And then you have 1% milk, which contains 1 gram of fat per 100 mils. And then there's fat-free or skim milk, which is the same thing, which contains less than half a gram of fat per 100 mils. Now that may not seem like a big difference to move from 3 grams of fat to half a gram of fat, but it makes a difference when you're using larger quantities. So if you're having a whole glass of full cream milk, for instance, it would contain about 10 grams of fat, whereas a whole glass of fat-free or skim milk would only contain about 1.5 or 2 grams of fat. So when you're baking or cooking and using larger volumes of milk, if you want to manage your fat intake, manage your weight, manage cholesterol levels perhaps, then consider using skim milk or fat-free milk. If, however, like me, you have the occasional cup of coffee or tea, and I don't really enjoy skim milk in my tea or coffee, then I would choose to use 2% milk or full cream milk in smaller amounts. Now, what about yogurts? Well, yogurts make for a great snack, and they are healthy, but only in the right quantities, because it's not particularly kilojoule free, and if we have too much of it, we can overdo it. So to give you an example, generally yogurts come in different sizes of tubs. You get perhaps a larger tub, which is about 175 grams, and then you get the smaller tubs of about 100 grams. A portion of yogurt like this would provide about 30 grams of carbohydrate. That is the equivalent to 2 slices of bread. So if you're having a breakfast with muesli, maybe a cereal, some yogurt and honey, and yogurt on top, you can really have quite a lot of carbohydrate, a bit of a carbohydrate bomb going there. So be sure to be careful of the portion size, and rather opt for a portion size of about 100 grams or so. This would provide about 300 kilojoules and 15 grams of fat, which is the equivalent of 1 slice of bread. If you happen to be using yogurt that comes from larger tubs, be sure that when you free pour, that you're not pouring much more than the equivalent of a small tub of yogurt. And then there's also drinking milks. So something like this that we often have as snacks, or perhaps we pack into lunch boxes for our kids. But these drinking milks are incredibly energy dense. So ideally they shouldn't be taken as part of a meal, because they'll pack on kilojoules. For instance, a portion of 300 mils here provides 1,000 kilojoules and 47 grams of carbohydrate. That's really a lot, considering that breakfast for a lady who wants to manage her weight should provide about 1,000 or 1,500 kilojoules at the most. Now, if you choose to use dairy alternatives, perhaps you're opting for rice milk or soya milk or goat's milk. There's many different alternatives out there, but you need to be careful of certain ingredients that are found in these products that push up their fat content. So if you're reading the labels of soya milk or a dairy creamer or any other milk alternative, look out for ingredients such as hydrogenated vegetable oil or palm kernel oil, because those push up the fat. Also look out for ingredients like dextrose or maltodextrin, because those ingredients can really spike and push up your blood sugar, which is also not a good idea, not healthy for us. Be aware that if you're choosing to use soya milk, that the fat content can vary from 1 gram to maybe even 12 grams, depending on the type of soya milk that you're choosing. And dairy creamers are about 30% fat, which is incredibly high and not a really healthy alternative to dairy. So in my opinion, there's no need to cry over spilt milk. Just be sure that if you're going to choose dairy, be it milk, or yogurt or perhaps drinking milks or dairy alternatives, that you read the labels and make some smarter choices and be careful of ingredients such as fat or other ingredients that can push up your blood sugar too much. I have a free video series that can help you to boost your energy levels, to improve your health, and to help you to lose weight and manage health conditions. Please visit my website at www.wellculator.com, and I look very forward to seeing you on the other side.